Now, where is friend Alexander? There he is.
Aye, one hit after that, and as such,
Yep, you're a coward.
as luck, if I can.
But it's fine. We'll see you again, and I'm sure you'll be stronger. As for you, Blythe, good work. You're a cool guy.
The glory of
Yep, you go about your top secret business, Mr. Blythe. Maybe we'll see you around. A couple more levels of vigour, always nice. Now, we're not going to be using either of his things, so we may as well eat his soul. That might be enough for 2 more levels. Lovely. And it puts us on a meagre 1400 runes that we don't mind losing if we, say, go into the War Dead Catacombs and have a poke around. Now, it's been a little while since we came in here and had a proper look around, but I seem to recall we were just sprinting like a mad thing to try and get to the end. And then I got bored of dying repeatedly and gave up. But maybe we'll try it again. Maybe we'll try a bit more mad sprinting. La la la. Don't mind me, everyone. I said don't mind me. We're just passing through. There's a boss door. Okay, you apparently want a piece. Fine. You're going to vanish like a ghostly bugger, then that's annoying, but I guess we'll live with it. Now, is it up this way? Maybe. Can we just run past you? Yes. Can we just run past you? Oh, come on. I duped that. Definitely duped that. That one, maybe not. Now what? We've got a clean Rot Knight down here by the look of it. Yep. Okay, so now where do we go? Through this window, perhaps? Where's that put us? Near some boglins. Who have apparently got all the health. Bloody hell. Ah, it puts us above that statue though. Now that Clean Rot Knight can just bugger off. We're down soldier ashes, you say? Very nice. Another window. And wait a minute, is that... That's the lever. Sweet. Somewhere a heavy door is opened. Suck it, ghosts. And Grave Glove bought 6 for our troubles, which may or may not be useful. And now we're just going to get mercs, probably. May as well just make our way back to the Site of Grace. We found the lever. Now we're going to find that the boss is like a Crucible Knight or something equally awful, aren't we? Now what? Try fire. Wow, we've got a fire scythe. Try edge. Well, with our fire scythe, we've got both of those covered, so... What are you? Oh, good grief. It's you, is it? Well, this ain't going well so far. Yep, still not going terribly well. We'll let you do your big sweep. That's most of our summons out the way. Yep, this is every bit as awful as I anticipated it would be. Good lord. Maybe we'll come back when we're a bit stronger. War Dead is doing its best to be in contention for worst catacombs ever. Now what might we do to pass the time? Volcano Manor, I guess. I know that there's a Smithing 7 in here.
Brave. I am Tanith Rias, a
And yeah,
warrior.
we should probably speak
Will
to
you join us? Why accept
Tanith and
rising
join the
us?
crew. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all of Volcano Manor on everyone because I don't even know if it's required. But until I know what the rewards are, I don't want to lock myself out of anything. I know what at least one reward is, and that's going to be Annie's final armor set, I feel. But yeah, I don't know what you get for completing Banal's quest, for example. And I do know that killing Praetor Rykard basically ends the Volcano Manor quests. So that's why we're not killing Rykard with anyone yet, until we know what we'd lose in the process. Oh god, nothing is a problem when you've got dual Reapers. I love it. Should probably get someone to use this perfumer's ashes at some point. Or the other one, Perfumer Trisha, that we've got as well. But not Ukes, because he's already investing in Paige, who's doing well for us. Now, do we fight the Bloodhound Knight? We don't really need to, but we could. Maybe we will grab the next Site of Grace first. Then try and fight the Knight. That seems like the sensible option. I mean, we're wearing Bloodhound Knight armor, so we should probably be scrapping with him, I feel. To see who can be the best Bloodhound Knight. Still haven't got a good hat for Yuki. Still stuck with his Confessor's hood. But that's probably fine. And yeah, turns out we're the best Bloodhound Knight. Good. I thought we were, but it's always wise to check. Now, which way do we want to go? Across the rooftops? Seems alright. Unless we get pushed off the rooftops, that is. Today it is I who is the pusher. Well, bam. That guy had loot. And now it's gone. I bet it was great. Now, speaking of great loot, Stone Sword Key would be nice. Oof. It's a big old drop. It's one of a handful of places where it would be useful to have that talisman that prevents fall damage. Now, have you all finished? You did well to survive that. Little jar friend. Well, pow! Ouch. I said, wapow! And I missed that one. Wapow! There we go. Took a few extra wapows, but we got there in the end. And a smouldering shield for our troubles. Was it worth trying to escape that blast? Probably. Even if we did it poorly and took a bunch of damage in the process. Still probably worth it. Now this jump is doable if one doesn't balls it up, and if one then doesn't try and overcorrect and nearly balls it up again. That was a lot of almost ballsing up of things that I just did. But thankfully no. Now we could go back and get the dogs and the Omen Killer. So we may as well. Dogs don't like jump attacks from double weapons. This much I've learned. And Omen Killers just don't like being snuck up on. Which is why he's not letting us sneak up on him. Nice. That was professionally done. Well done, Ukes. And have we ever ventured in here? Maybe. The Erdtree seal. Maybe we haven't. Requires faith 40. It's a sacred seal. Maybe it's better than our current one. What sort of spells are we using? Because if we can use the seal that gives them a boost. Dragon spells, aren't they? I don't know if there's a dragon seal out there that we should be using. Maybe there is. And we'll find it later. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there is and we just won't find it. That's actually probably the most plausible option. You're a big strong boy. But yeah, charged R2s were enough to help us get the job done. So again, Leyndell Knights, not the worst thing in the world if you get the jump. If they get the jump, then they are in fact the worst thing in the world. Now, is there any way to get back to our runes? There's another Leyndell Knight there. That's awful. That's the last thing I wanted. Because that one looks like he might be a bit trickier to deal with. I'm not seeing any way to sneak up on the bugger unless we dropped onto his head from... Although he might not see us if we just waltz up through the bushes. Yeah, good. We've got his greaves. Well and good. So we've got a hearse and... Sun's out. That's nice. Any treasure in the hearse? No. Well, that lad might have been crushed under its wheels before it crashed. There's definitely something bad's happened in this town. Long before I got here to ruin things for everyone who still survives. But it does look like a big old place. Which is good, because a few of the other guys have now unlocked it. But they had to wait. Wes earned the right to explore it first. And to be honest, I felt most confident with Wes, because he can just unga-bunga his way through a lot of trouble. There's a horn guy. Oh god. It's a Leyndell Knight who knows that we're here. It's the end of the world. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, maybe it's not the end of the world, but it's not good. Yeah, it's not bad. And we got the golden great shield. So maybe that was the only horn guy we needed to worry about, and now we can go about getting back our runes. And then once we've got said runes, look at these lads, they're like, God, look at these runes, I've never seen so many. They are mine, thank you very much. Now that we've got them, can we attempt some sort of methodical exploration of this place? Look at it. The map is going to be no help whatsoever. Let's head back over here, because there was stuff going on. It was like a cathedral of sorts that we were able to get into, I think. And what's with all this powder? Is this ash? Or is it something else? What happened to you lot? Yeah, maybe a plague of ash came to the city. That would be very FromSoft. You're a dude. And you're guarding what exactly? Randa powder. So this would be some sort of perfumer's storeroom, maybe? And this leads into a new house. Ah, and this was the other door into the same space, I believe. And that would be, what, a page and a perfumer and another one. Okay. So this is definitely somewhere where they live and they produce their wares. Maybe we'll just skip past their reception room and head upstairs, where we'll find more commoners. Oh, we finally got the commoner's headband altered. Oh, it says out we've got two of them on Wes. That's fine. Maybe we'll stick with the old champion's headband for now. Give that to one of the girls when they eventually get one. Now, what do we have here? One perfumer and a bunch of commoners. Oh, I thought you'd be tougher. Very well. So do we go up the ladder or do we go through the room first? Choices are available to us. Ah! So that's where the lift took us down to, because we've already killed these commoners. So you can tell we've been somewhere before when there's just a pile of dead bodies. So what do we have further up? Anything of merit? With a perfume bottle, that makes perfect sense. Perfume sense. Smell. And let's see, so that's another way back onto the rooftops. More perfumers out here on this little balcony. Just two of you? Maybe. Stop that. Don't want any of your perfume-based nonsense around here. Well, we'll take your hood. We'll smash up your gubbins. I feel like upstairs first. That might lead us back to that shortcut door. It leads us to a very suspicious room indeed. This is the room with the broken dome. Good. A seedbed curse. Ah. Oh yes, you've got the old blood around the crotch from where old Dung Eater managed to pull your soul out through your bumhole. Which is totally a thing in Japanese mythology. I'm not just talking out of my bumhole for a change. So Dung Eater's been up here. Done his awful work. Why? We don't know. Will we find out? Maybe. But for now we continue to sneak, because we still haven't found another site of grace around here. I see you, Paige. Ouch. I said I see you. So that means you don't get to hit me. Rude. That's what that was. An upper class robe. Very nice. I suppose we should kill you. Will you all stop moving around? Thank you. Yeah, a lot more ash piling up around this area. And, oh, it's you again. Guess we'll just run to the side via flames and whatnot. And give you a beating. We get a somber 5 for our troubles. Still nothing terribly exciting in the old loot stakes. But I suppose I did thoroughly explore the pre-Leyendell sections of the game, so most of it we've seen before, but I was expecting more like Smith and Stone 7s and whatnot. I'm sure we'll come across them soon enough. We're still scratching the surface of Leyendell. Ah. Yep. Nice try blocking my jumping Unga Bungas. It's not going to get you very far. Rather deal with you first out of all of this lot. Or would we? Well, yeah, actually. Perfuma was probably still the one we wanted to deal with first there. But now it's that big knight. Although we'll take them in the order they come, I guess. With a bit of jumpy run to help us escape everyone. How are you still alive? Stop that. And now you've got a powered up sword, which is awful news. But now you're all dead, which is better news. And why did we kill you all? Don't know really. Just shuffling around, doing our murder hobo thing. Yeah, that knight is definitely a stronger one, I feel. And should be treated with caution. Yeah, that looks like death. Why are you all trying to sneak down here? Have you all seen me? That's no fun. Bowboy hasn't seen me though. Can we sneak up on him? Can we kill him while the rest are distracted? Maybe. Yeah, we got a kill. And now we shall flee for our lives. See who decides to follow us and who gives up. Looks like Leyendell Knight's after us, at least. Or is he giving up? Or is he sneaking around the back? Is he trying to flank me? Son of a gun! Oh shit, he did a double. He did a double and we've just dropped 56,000 runes. That's unfortunate.